All right, I don't know how we missed this news, but Kodansha is putting out a digital English edition of The Fable by Katsuhisa Minami. It's coming out April 12th. How did we not hear about this, Darfox?
I don't know. It must just because we're not like actual big news people, and most of the news that we like usually finds its way to us. This time it didn't. Big shout out to Amanze Ihidoya. I think that's how you pronounce their name. They put a comment on our YouTube video. It wasn't even about the Fable. It was about it was about the culture award. So it's a completely different news video, and it said, "Hey, the Fable license," and I was like, "What?" And I immediately started looking it up, and they're right. It was announced like a week before, like we knew about it.
I feel like Kodansha license announcements kind of sneak up out of nowhere. All of a sudden there are Kodansha licenses, and I'm like, where did these come from? What happened? Whereas like, Seven Seas is very predictable, Viz is pretty predictable, or Viz will like tell you ahead of time. There's just, all of a sudden there are announcements from Kodansha.
I mean, they are the biggest publisher, so they're probably just, we got everything, we got to get everything out, we got too much stuff. Just throw this in the pile of like announcements randomly.
Just open the hose, let it all flow, and then close it back up for a minute.
Well, yeah, this is very exciting for Darfox, because Darfox is a huge fan of the Fable. We covered it way back on our podcast, but that was with scans, and now we have an official release that we can read and promote.
So I know nothing about this one, actually.
Yes.
So I'm completely new. What even? Sell me on it, guys. Give me the elevator pitch.
It's a drama, and it is exciting. No, okay.
Great.
So it's basically about this hitman who is like a very proficient hitman. They call him like a genius hitman. And
the
then
Fable.
Yeah, like he's like a Fable in the underworld, right? That's how like infamous he is. Turns out he's kind of just like a young man who was raised to be a hitman, so he doesn't really know much besides like assassination, and he's instructed to lay low, to basically like don't do any contracts, don't do anything, just go to this small quiet town and lay low. So he kind of has to deal with like living a regular life,
getting a regular job.
Yeah, dealing with people, but sure enough, his hitman life starts knocking on the door, and it's kind of just like this weird off-kilter drama where the guy, I don't know his actual name, so the Fable, he's kind of like he's very stoic, but he has moments of just like outbursts and like laughter and emotion. So he's a really quirky character, and it kind of feels similar to like maybe this is a reach, but I'll call it something similar to like Twin Peaks, where you just have like these cast of people that are like kind of realistic, but also just like off. They don't feel like exactly real. And it's a really good vibe, and the art's like really good. It has like a really realistic art style.
Yeah, Katsuhisa Minami also is excellent with expressions, which helps with the quirky nature of the main character and then everyone around him as well. Like it's very dramatic in that sense.
The beginning of this description, I was like, oh, so it's like maybe a less comedic way of the house husband, but it seems like there's even more drama than that, perhaps.
Yeah, it does kind of evolve into kind of like a crime drama. Like he's a hitman, he's being laid low by some Yakuza people, so they get involved in some like altercations with other like goons, other hitmen. Things start to heat up, and like he's trying to lay low and be a normal person because his boss said, "I'll kill you if you kill anybody." So he's got to do this all on the fly, being non-lethal now.
His boss, if I'm not corrected, is kind of like his father figure too, right?
Yes. I mean, like, honestly, Fox, now that I think about it, he's being Batman. That's what we're learning.
Batman doesn't mind killing.
Okay, this is also true, but also, like, just in the sense that you have a super serious character, and then, like, you put the super serious character in wacky situations, and it becomes hilarity. Same thing you do with Batman. It's kind of like a familiar vibe, or similar vibe, I would say, for this. I don't know if we're selling this on Morgana, but this is definitely going to come up on the podcast, Morgana. We're going to read this book. 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in checking it out. It seems interesting. And I don't know how I didn't hear about it since you guys, but it just missed me completely. And of course, the announcement missed me completely because
Yes.
that's the way we live, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm excited. Looking forward to checking this out with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the reason you didn't really hear about it is that we're here at Manga Mac. We kind of walk a tightrope of being excited for certain series that are not licensed, but we don't also just want to encourage people to just go out and like read the scans and stuff, which is what might happen if you just talk about just like all of our like dream licenses constantly. But
And also, I did not expect this to be licensed at all, but like here we are. So
How old is it?
I kind of expected it a little bit.
this has been going on for maybe, I want to say 5 years around that time, maybe a little less, but
But there is a currently ongoing sequel series, right?
yes, they wrapped up its original series and now they're on Fable Second Contact or Contract or something like that. So
Contact, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still ongoing basically. It's not that old.
Okay, very interesting.
very popular. There's 2 live action movies made in Japan that were good hits. I think they're talking about making a full drama too, so
Somewhere in this town, there is the Fable. That's probably one of the trailers. I don't know.
yeah. But yeah, the Fable from Katsuhisa Minami coming out from Kodansha in mid-April. We'll definitely be talking about it on the podcast.